Well, pro-choice rallies still continue weeks after the Supreme Court threw out Roe v. Wade.
Plus, a News 3 Now exclusive interview here from one of the 70 women who had their abortions canceled the day Roe was overturned.
And later, consumer prices hit another historical high, up more than 9% over the past year, but there is a sliver of good news. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
By continuing to rally and rally and rally, the other side is going to be the side that's going to have to cave.
It's gone. Like, they're not going to go.
Roe v. Wade may have stood for 50 years, but tonight we're seeing a far younger generation in Wisconsin take up the fight to try and restore abortion rights. We've gotten used to seeing rallies, protests, and marches around the state capitol.
And tonight we saw a smaller type of rally in a place farther east, a quiet Monona Park. As Armand Rahman shows us, the people who gathered there don't intend to stay quiet themselves. Armand?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte. Andy Polaris just graduated high school. She attended rallies at the Capitol, but says she wanted communities in Monona, Sun Prairie, and the east side of Madison to have their voices heard.
I can't hear you. My body, my choice.
At just 18 years old, Andy Polaris freely admits
I had no idea what Roe v. Wade was before this year.
the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe on June 24th, a case that stood since 1973, was a harsh lesson about reproductive rights and what rights were now gone.
Because I had always lived in a country, in a place where I had access to abortion, I had access to contraception, and I had access to bodily autonomy.
When the opinion first leaked in May, Andy led a walkout of Monona Grove High School, but she and her friend knew
We have to do another rally.
their work was far from over.
I think it's kind of like a filibuster. When politicians do a filibuster, they keep talking until someone caves.
That led to tonight's rally at Ahuska Park in Monona.
Every town and every city should be joining together and echoing each other's words. And I think Monona's standing up and saying stuff in support of what's going on in Madison as well, because it just garners strength.
You guys give me hope, you know.
Andy got a lot of voices to come. County board members, local organizations, even state lawmakers.
Some of the folks that are going to be here aren't even old enough to vote yet, but they do know that when they roll up their sleeves and they put their passion behind their message, that they can make a difference in our communities.
Andy's young age is not lost on her.
It's really important that you include all ages. And by having adults who are part of the legal system coming to speak helps ensure that our voices are getting heard when it comes to politics.
She says it's up to her generation
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do?
to keep the fight going.
By continuing to rally and rally and rally, the other side is going to be the side that's going to have to cave. They're going to be the side that's going to have to acknowledge that majority of their country, 67%, support legal abortion.
Now, some of the organizations represented tonight included Planned Parenthood and the Madison Socialist Alternative.
Armand, thank you. U.S. House Majority Leader Steny says the House will vote Friday on two bills aimed at boosting abortion rights. Both of them are expected to pass the House. However, they are not expected to win the 10 Republican votes needed to pass the Senate. One of those bills was introduced this week in part by Senator Tammy Baldwin. It's called the Freedom to Travel for Healthcare Act of 2022. Its purpose is to protect every woman's constitutional right to travel across state lines to receive an abortion and the providers who care for them. A group of Madison area doctors are teaming up with activists, philanthropists, and other providers to make traveling for an abortion easier by opening a new clinic in Rockford, Illinois. The Rockford Family Planning Foundation is renovating a former animal emergency clinic to house a full-service women's health center. Group leaders say their goal is to specifically serve Dane County residents who no longer have access closer to home.
Sending them to Chicago and Waukegan and Aurora was just unacceptable. We didn't know the capacity, whether or not they could get an appointment.
The foundation is currently raising $500,000 for startup cost. The clinic is set to open in 3 to 6 months, but they're already seeing interest from both patients and providers.
When Roe v. Wade was overturned, Planned Parenthood says 70 women in Wisconsin had their abortions canceled, some already in waiting rooms. Tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from one of those women about what that day was like for her and what she did next.
It was kind of emotional for me when they said, like, if you want to do it, we need to do it this weekend because there's just no more time.
And coming up in just a few minutes, hear about her trip across the Illinois state line to get an abortion and how Illinois Planned Parenthood clinics are managing this influx of women seeking abortions in their state. And new tonight, police in Maryland say they will begin cracking down on protesters outside the homes of Supreme Court justices, enforcing laws against disturbing the peace. For weeks, dozens of protesters have gathered outside several justices' homes to protest their part in overturning Roe v. Wade. Police tweeted they won't stop protesters from peacefully gathering, but they will arrest those using bullhorns or beating drums.
Turning to weather, let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast. Now, here's meteorologist Dana Fulton.
It's a dry evening out here on the patio, and things should stay dry overnight and heading into Thursday. Temperatures this afternoon pretty pleasant in the upper 70s with sunshine, overnight lows early today in the low 60s, and expecting things to drop just a little bit more tonight. Nice and clear on our Doppler check throughout the state. Again, expect another really sunny day for Thursday, but that's going to shift up late Thursday heading into Friday. We're now at 67 in Madison, 73 in Janesville, about 66 in Lone Rock, with dew points generally in the middle to upper 50s, so really comfortable overnight. Overall temperatures for the next few days stay pretty comfortable. The weekend warms up a bit, and next week temperatures ramp up a little bit more, but notice that heat trend has backed off a little bit for next week. That's some good news for us. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day and that rain chance in store for Friday in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. Taking a live look at the Beltline tonight. The new flex lanes officially became operational this morning. They run much of the Beltline west to Whitney Way. And if you use the highway, here are a few reminders from the DOT on how to properly use those new lanes. Colors are key here. Signs above the road will show you when the flex lane is open by showing a green arrow, as you see there. And a red arrow means the lane is closed. Now, if you do see a yellow X, well, that means merge out of the flex lane. Any additional questions about how to use the flex lanes? Our digital team has all the information. Just check out channel3000.com.
And check this out. Gas can now be found for under $4 a gallon in Madison. This is at the Woodmans on Gammon Road, $3.89 per gallon. According to AAA, gas is averaging about $4.28 in the Madison area, down nearly 60 cents from a month ago. Well, inflation has hit a 41-year high, with prices jumping more than 9% compared to last year. That means the average household spent almost $500 more last month to buy the same goods and services. CBS's Danya Backus has details about what's driving the increases and how it may be slowed.
Inflation is not cooling down just yet. New statistics from the Labor Department show consumer prices rose 9.1% in June from a year ago. Rent, food, and gas were three of the biggest contributors to the historic spike.
Those three categories account for pretty much all of your spending in a given month.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says there is some good news.
We know for sure that gas prices have already started to come down since this reporting period, so that should help next month.
Still, shoppers around the country are tired of the sticker shock.
Can't get any salmon now. Well, I mean, I can if I want to spend an arm and a leg for it.
And some believe businesses aren't helping.
Everything is going up and up. More than inflation, they're price adjusting, because even if inflation doesn't happen, they've raised the prices.
With soaring inflation being felt around the world, Schlesinger notes there are many factors affecting the price hikes.
We were maybe on track to start to see inflation top out in the springtime, but I think the war in Ukraine upended that, because the war in Ukraine has pushed energy prices much higher globally, as well as food prices.
Later this month, the Federal Reserve is expected to raise its key interest rate 0.75 percentage point in hopes of slowing consumer and business spending, though experts fear if the Fed is too aggressive, it may cause a recession. Danya Backus, CBS News.
Today, Canada's central bank raised its rate by 1% to attack inflation.
Flags around the city and state being flown at half-staff today. This is in honor of former Juneau County Circuit Court Judge John Romer, who is being laid to rest today. Judge Romer was 68 years old when he was killed in his New Lisbon home by a man who Romer had sentenced to prison more than 15 years ago. Authorities called the killing a targeted attack by a suspect who also had other government officials as targets. Gun control advocates and families impacted by recent tragedies rallied on Capitol Hill today, calling for stricter gun control laws as well as a ban on assault weapons. Just last week, a mass shooter killed 7 people at a July 4th parade in the Chicago suburb of Highland Park.
Our communities are paying the high price. We're paying the price of our sanity. We're paying the price of our peace.
Highland Park has experienced something that no community should ever experience.
And newly released surveillance video shows police in action as the gunman in Uvalde, Texas, massacred young students and teachers using an AR-15 style rifle. U.S. lawmakers passed a new gun control bill last month requiring enhanced background checks, among other things, for anyone under 21 buying firearms. But President Biden is pushing for Congress to go further, calling for the return of the assault weapons ban of 1994 that he helped pass when he was a U.S. Senator.
Local public health leaders have now identified a second case of monkeypox in Dane County, marking the third in the state. But experts are reminding everyone the risk of catching it is still low, and it spreads mostly through close, intimate contact with someone. New tonight, the FDA has authorized the use of a fourth coronavirus vaccine in the U.S. The emergency use authorization for Novavax's shot, which uses a different kind of technology to ward off the virus. Novavax was developed as a protein-based vaccine, which means it uses harmless protein fragments to teach the body's immune system how to fight off COVID-19. Still ahead tonight, it's our News 3 Now exclusive interview.
She was one of the 70 women in Wisconsin scheduled to get an abortion the day Roe v. Wade was overturned. Her story when we come back.
The future is for everyone. So this 4th of July, be ready in a new Ford vehicle. Choose from a Ford F-150 truck, an SUV like Ford Explorer, or a Ford Bronco Sport. Get out there and celebrate your freedom and do it all in a new Ford vehicle, because the future is for everyone. So be ready this 4th of July with Ford. New inventory is arriving daily, so visit your local Ford dealer or shop online at buyfordnow.com.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Soak in the savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. Don't miss the perfect opportunity to fill your home with the world's most comfortable seating for less. It's time for Stressless, proud to be endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message, because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
Summer can be a stressful time for families whose food budgets are stretched to the limit. Tomorrow, our Time for Kids experts explain why and what you can do to help.
Plus, rain chances do continue to increase towards the weekend. Your forecast tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
I wish I didn't have to talk about something so personal in this setting. But I hope that by being here today, people who currently need abortions know that they're not alone.
Welcome back. Abortion rights activist Sarah Lopez of Texas told a House panel today about her personal experience with the procedure as both the Senate and House took up the issue of reproductive rights. The House committee heard testimony from witnesses who blasted the Supreme Court decision that is expected to lead to abortion bans in about half the states and those who supported that move.
Dobbs gives women a voice and a vote. It presents an opportunity for America to restore a culture that values families, mothers, and women.
Not overstate how much legal uncertainty and chaos that this Supreme Court has unleashed.
Just yesterday, the Justice Department also announced that it has created a task force to protect abortion access. The day Roe v. Wade was overturned, Planned Parenthood told 70 people in Wisconsin that their abortion, either scheduled for that day or the next, had to be canceled.
For the first time, we are hearing from one of those 70. We've changed her name and hidden her face to protect her privacy. Braden Ross has our story.
I had passed out doing something very routine.
Nicole knew something was wrong. Then the positive pregnancy test.
Shock. I couldn't believe it. I probably took like 3 tests, and then I also went to the doctor, got a blood test.
She's getting ready to start grad school in the fall. A baby wasn't in her plan, but she still wasn't sure she wanted an abortion. She walked into the Milwaukee Planned Parenthood 2 weeks later, knowing the clock was ticking.
It was kind of emotional for me when they said, like, if you want to do it, we need to do it this weekend because there's just no more time.
It was June 22nd. Wisconsin was preparing for a return to an 1849 law banning almost all abortions. 7 weeks earlier, the draft decision from the U.S. Supreme Court had leaked, signaling the nearly 50-year-old precedent protecting abortion nationwide would be overturned.
I still felt that I wish I had more time to make the decision.
She set an appointment for Saturday in Madison, June 25th. It was the last day Planned Parenthood was booking abortions in Wisconsin. Friday, June 24th, she got the call.
Basically, they just said, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the procedure. We've had to cancel everybody.
Roe v. Wade was overturned. Planned Parenthood Wisconsin says 70 people across the state, including Nicole, had their procedures canceled. Some were already in waiting rooms.
It was really demoralizing.
Natalie Hartwick with Wisconsin Planned Parenthood was at a Chicago clinic that day. Since Roe v. Wade was overturned, she says Illinois Planned Parenthood clinics have seen a 65% increase in patient volume, many from other states. This new influx of patients means it's all hands on deck, with Wisconsin workers like Natalie helping out.
A couple of our physicians and the majority of our abortion staff actually have been coming to Illinois voluntarily to help the increased demand at Planned Parenthood of Illinois.
A week later,
for me, it was really scary.
Nicole made the 2-hour drive to Illinois and got her procedure.
The staff seemed like they were overwhelmed by the amount of people that were there. They were still incredibly kind, and they were did a great job. But I can tell that they were really overworked and struggling.
She says the clinic told her almost everyone at the Illinois clinic was from another state.
It was inconvenient, and it was still expensive, but I was able to make it work. But, a lot of other women are still going to find ways to get abortions. It's just going to be in an unsafe manner.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin is still providing pre- and post-abortion care and connecting women with providers in other states.
Using donations, they're able to offer these services for free and help offset travel costs for patients. We've posted the details about those services at channel3000.com. Well, a gorgeous summer night across southern Wisconsin. Comfortable temperatures out there. Meteorologist Dana Fulton with our certified most accurate forecast. Dana?
Really nice weather for concerts on the square earlier. Yeah, it turned out to be a wonderful evening, and we're going to enjoy another nice day tomorrow. Temps right now in the upper 60s in Madison, still close to 70 in Janesville. Overall dew points in the upper 50s, close to 60s, so a comfortable overnight expected. In fact, temperatures will drop just a little bit more compared to where we were at this morning, heading into Thursday morning. Our Doppler tracks also nice and quiet throughout the state and throughout most of the Midwest. It turned out to be a pretty pleasant middle of the week. The strong thunderstorms today were well in the deep south parts of Mississippi and Alabama, seeing some stronger severe thunderstorms move through earlier. That all along a cold front. For us, we were able to enjoy sunshine, and that pattern will hold on looking ahead to Thursday, but our next opportunity for showers builds in quickly Thursday night heading into Friday. Some rain and a few thunderstorms possible for the weekend. Sunny on Thursday. Our storm chances again increasing Thursday night and heading into Friday, and we'll continue to see those showers and thunderstorms for Saturday and Sunday. Looking ahead to next week, It's going to be hot outside, but not quite as hot as we were initially looking at. Thankfully, temperatures pulling back just a bit. Still muggy, though. Dew points are still going to be in that sticky spot. Overnight, mostly clear. Temperatures expected to drop down to the mid-50s for tomorrow afternoon. Mostly sunny with high temperatures landing in the low 80s. So a very seasonable afternoon. Our shower chances develop overnight. So we'll start off Friday. A little soggy outside. Some heavier rain possible and isolated thunderstorms possible early Friday. This continues through the morning and into the early afternoon with our showers tapering off in the evening to a chance for showers and thunderstorms overnight into Saturday morning. Overall rainfall totals generally right around a half of an inch, especially for areas Madison and east. Lesser amounts expected from Madison to the west. But it's nice to have some measurable rainfall come through for Friday and into Saturday because we are still under that abnormally dry drought status. A little bit of rain will help make things at least not quite as crusty outside heading into the weekend. For tomorrow, overnight, our afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s, mostly sunny and warm. A breeze coming in from the east at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so a light breeze expected, again, very similar to today. It'll be comfortable outside. Scattered showers and storms for Friday, a chance for Saturday and for Sunday. So we'll have dry hours mixed in, but in the afternoon and evening, we could see some showers and thunderstorms popping up. Also going to be a little humid outside for this weekend. High temperatures will be in the mid-80s, so we climb back above average for the weekend. Overnight lows steadily climbing back up as well. It'll be mild heading into the start of next week, but not quite as hot as what we were looking at a few days ago. We've backed up out of the 90s. High temperatures will be in the upper 80s with heat index readings landing in the lower 90s. Sunshine on Monday, another chance for rain expected late Tuesday, and then more sunny skies for the back half of the work week and still staying hot or warm outside heading into that following weekend.
And just ahead in sports, Forward Madison held a signing day for their new teammates. Who's joining the Mingos and why they're excited to be part of a first-of-its-kind series. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
$5,000 a year. That's the burden of Joe Biden's inflation tax on Wisconsin families. They can't afford it. From the grocery store to the gas station, we're all paying the price for Biden's massive deficit spending. Ron Johnson has the courage to say no to spending that is mortgaging our children's future. And his small business tax cuts help them compete and survive the pandemic.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
It's daily deals from Hy-Vee. This Thursday, Bar S Franks, only 69 cents. Hy-Vee canned green beans or corn, only 39 cents. Hy-Vee apple juice, only 99 cents. And buy one, get one free on a 2-entree Hy-Vee Chinese meal. Thursday only. And save even more during Red, White, and Fuel. Right now, save up to $7.83 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy from Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11%. And all Dutch Boy paints now at Menards.
Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course meal starting at $30 featuring wine and more, starting July 24th through the 29th. For a list of participating restaurants, menus, and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. It's a perfect opportunity to sample some of Madison's local restaurants. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week 2022. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Wine sponsor, Delicato and Frederick Wildman.
In 2 weeks, Forward Madison will host Union Omaha in a huge USL League One battle. But the story of the night won't be that match. Instead, it will be what's happening after it. The Mingos are teaming up with Special Olympics Wisconsin to have a unified soccer match with the Owls and Special Olympics Nebraska. 4 organizations working together to put on a first-of-its-kind series for all athletes of all abilities.
Our sport of soccer is one that's for everybody. It's inclusive for everybody. It can be played by anybody. And I think, again, this series of games is a great testament to that. To be able to share this game with our fans, with the flock, to be able to share the flock and our fans with this group of athletes, I couldn't be more excited about that. And to be able to share that again with a rival like Union Omaha is going to be outstanding as well.
Johnny Davis's first Summer League game didn't go as planned. 1 for 11 from the floor and just 6 points. Game 2, Davis looked a little more like the Davis we saw last season at Wisconsin with 11 points. Tonight, the former Badger was back in action with the Wizards, and he instantly made an impact. Davis flashes open in the paint and banks it home for the game's first points. Then later, gonna dial one up from deep, but still a quiet night for Davis. 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in 22 minutes. Wizards lose by 18. Playoff Pat and the Bucks have agreed to a 3-year contract extension, locking up the Milwaukee guard through the 2025-26 season. The extension is reportedly worth $30 million. Connaughton is coming off his best season in the league, where he averaged career highs in points, minutes, and 3-point percentage. 12 hours after last night's game ended, the Brewers and Twins were back at it again on the diamond. 3rd inning, crew down a run. Jace Peterson gives one a ride to center field. The solo shot ties the game up at 1. Now it would stay tied until the bottom of the 9th. 2 on for Jose Miranda. And 3 gone. Twins walk it off with a 3-run home run off Josh Hader. Brewers fall 4-1 the final. And a former Badger men's hockey captain, Ty Emberson, is switching hockey sweaters. The Arizona defenseman has been traded to New York and will team up with former college teammate Keandre Miller. Former Badger Brendan Smith also on the move. He signed a 2-year deal with the New Jersey Devils after playing last season with the Carolina Hurricanes. We're back after this.
Floating onto it was Emberson, and he tucks it in.
Brothers Maine has been family-owned since 1938. Some of us were born into this family, and others chose to join through the years. And we know you can't replace family, but you can replace appliances, and Brothers Maine is here for you when one breaks down. Our in-house team has delivered ranges to washers to refrigerators to hectic households in a pinch, oftentimes the next day. Just because an appliance breaks down doesn't mean you have to. We're not big box. We're Brothers Maine, and we want you to feel like family here.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
Celebrate the freedom of a great night's sleep and save big during the extended July 4th sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the budget-friendly Summit Firm for only $299.99. Or score a Buena Vista Firm for only $449.99. Purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Plus 5 years, no interest, and free shipping right to your doorstep. But hurry, the extended July 4th sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
Your city, your place, your time, your favorites, your style. Discover the Madison Club. award-winning cuisine, private event spaces, reciprocal club privileges, and a premier wedding venue. New member specials available.
Lash Sensational Sky High from Maybelline, New York. Limitless length plus volume. Flex brush. Over 10 million sold. And try Sky High Cosmic Black. Intense black pigments. Only from Maybelline, New York.
Reynolds Wrap makes it easy to cook and clean up meals in no time. So I didn't miss all the fun stuff.
Easy prep, cook, and clean with Reynolds Wrap.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Stay comfortable in your home all year long. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salon Pass.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning. Sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning, installing train equipment and servicing all brands. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, oh, look at this. Oh, Henry Zoo has a new red panda. His name is Bandit. The zoo announced today that the 2-year-old arrived from the Columbus Zoo last month and finished his health checks. He and the zoo's female red panda, Ty, have also been introduced and will live in the children's zoo area by the goat yard. Visitors will be able to see Bandit starting tomorrow.
He's all smiles.
You're gonna want that. Hey, it does look like he's smiling.
He looks like he's posing.
I think you want him as a pet.
Yeah, maybe I do.
I don't know if that's advisable.
Well, you know, he's cute when he's little.
Wait till it gets bigger.
We can go check out this. He doesn't. No, it's a red panda. They're small.
You would know.
Yes, they stay small. I would know.
Perfect.
No,
a little bigger than that, though.
A little bit bigger, but I mean, they're not giant pandas. No, they're tiny pandas.
How much do they weigh?
I don't know, but they're like the size of a raccoon.
I'll bet he doesn't steal my steak off the counter like my dog.
No, I bet that the red panda's going to be more behaved than Tate. That's for sure.
It's the real Bandit.
As we look ahead to the next few days, guys, overall sunshine for Thursday. Some shower and thunderstorm chances building in late Thursday into Friday. Saturday and Sunday in the mid-80s with some shower chances in the afternoon, and then a little warmer next week.
Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.